Please welcome Patrick onto the stage as he regales a harrowing speech on Steve's life. We come here today to cerebrally submerge ourselves within thyself of the cognition by which the Stephen Lee has died. He pushed his friends and family away as he chased his dream, the dream to rule the three dimensions. He conquered the Nether, but the end was next. He was slayed by the Ender Dragon, who was in the end. The real way we all continue in this world, said Mario, is with a Jack Daniels in hand and a highway to barrel down, perchance. Robbing the village and the mine caves, and defeating spiders and zombies and skeletons. He is a legend, smiley face. He is a hero, Raiden, but he does not know it yet. He tackled a whole mob of creepers and lived to tell the tale. And again, when he assaulted a baby villager torn to pieces by an iron golem. That iron golem really went 21k, 211 amplified, 216, 4p crushing blow. If he really thought he could make it in this world, he would have squeezed out the last nugget before he could continue to wipe. He enslaved the local economy, forcing the locals into confined spaces, forcing them to sell their goods for lower prices. He could have just stolen their goods, but because he was so sadistic, he forced them to sell them to him at a lower price. Otherwise, he would zombify them to teach them a lesson. Insert superglue here. Steve has also done some good. He was called by a god from another world, far from the dimension we know. He was called to a fight in a ultimate battle to save another world from a man named Soul and Quan. He saved the foreign world and was deemed the chosen one. His battle was not over yet, as a challenger appeared, deemed to be the strongest out of the new generation. Joe Goat. He uses his ability, Biome Expansion, 26 April 1986. A huge nuclear power plant explodes behind him, and Steven Minecraft contracts stage 5 cancer and becomes bedridden. After beating stage 5 cancer, Steven had felt happiness for the first time, until stage 6 had contracted. Steven had been stunned in fear as Goku recognized his strength for beating the cancer guy. After he made sure to like and subscribe and push that notification bell for more epic content, he found himself stranded in the Nether, with his only way out being disintegrated to dust by a flying white eldritch creature that spits fire. Proceeding being transported to the afterlife, Steven found himself at the gates of heaven. A man dressed in white robe descended down from the light. "Welcome, my friend," he said. Was it Jesus? After being re-teleported back to the nether roof, he found in his inventory nothing but 2 netherrack. He had given up all hope and believed that he was going to spend eternity trapped. Then he ran around until he got hungry. That's when the gods yelled above, "Lay on your stomach, child." When Steve laid on the ground, the gods started praying for Steve, offering me to the Ender Dragon as a peace offering. And I sniffed him. On a cold winter's day, there were 2 people, Ale and Minecraft Steve. There were 2 great pally guys who were talking about the great things of the 20th century, of them such as whether or not Snoop Dogg was a fake gangster. After this, they disowned Alex for being criminally wrong. Later that day, Steve Minecraft was cooking up a storm, making a hot dog with the thing switched, a bun made out of hot dogs and a bread roll. Steve popularized this as Chief Nerdy Hot Dog Man. He popularized this with his masterly Napoleon-style job. 100 years went by, and in sick trance, mad the outrageous hot dog with the bread bun and hot dog, everyone thought it was crazy and stupid, but it caught on, and so the cycle continues to this day. Minecraft Steve is a miner bold. In pixelated landscape, his tale is told. Crafting tools with blocks of ore, adventure calls. The world he will explore. Minecraft Steve was a strong, confident woman that did not need to smoke. Steve always used to say, have an apple a day and it keeps the creepers away. But he's wrong. Cats keep creepers away, not apples. I think that's one of the reasons why we are sitting here today, mourning his stupidity, yet, honestly, pure genius. Then the shoplifters arrived, only to find out the shop was too heavy because Steve had been sitting in it, causing the weight of the building to increase tenfold due to his immense status as Robert. Seb lives in a new housing development named Valentine or Heartnote. Every day, Seb drank coffee and walked to the Coles half an hour away to buy a small bottle of water. After this, he should walk home and have to do stuff with his mother and dog. Seb is a blockhead and looks like a gas skeleton. Therefore, Minecraft Steve is his brother. Seb is a nice person, but he has a dark secret. He is a part of the Creeper clan, and he wants Steve dead. After all the horrible things Steve has done to Seb's clan members, he wants revenge. Seb starts planning his revenge to assassinate the Creeper clan. Steve is the main clan's leader, and he needs to devise about how he can finish him off in one blow. The Creeper turns on Synapse X and grabs an ARP. It then flies into the air and starts falling, doing 360s, and then does a LMG 360 no-scope on Seb. Sad airborne play as Seb slow-mo falls on the ground. Steve then proceeds to teabag Seb for 369 hours. He then steals Seb's wallet to buy 30 Coke cylinders on Amazon for $13.95 each. And then we can also reinvest his 401k into buying more. And he went bankrupt. Hello people. Sebastian is a nice person who is a very A/shallow person who knows who is unknown to everyone. Despite all that, Steve has done like assaulting a baby, fighting a furious battle against Saiyan Kakarot, and almost destroying the entire universe due to his evenly matched power levels, inventing the hideous reverse hot dog and red sausage, and no-scope 360 no-scoping Sebastian Stapleton, and proceeding to teabag him with so much force that Seb developed a phobia called trinophobia, which is the fear of round objects. Though Steve's brother, Sebastian Stapleton, isn't present today to express his love for him, I can say that Steve, though the wrong he did, is a good man on the inside, saving the entire universe and entertaining me in times of desperation and boredom. Thank you. That was something. You may sit back down now, Patrick. Now, please welcome Patrick onto the stage for a speech. Hello, as you all may know, my name is Patrick, and we are gathered here today to mourn the loss of a fellow friend. No, family, Minecraft Steve. I am grateful that so many people are here today attending his funeral. Steve was a great man or woman. And before I start, I would like to give my condolences to his family. Steve was born on May 17th, 2009, and was well known by the public on November 18th, 2011. During his final moments, Steve said, "Ooh, As you all seem to know, Patrick, about Steve's countless exploits, I won't go into too much detail into his backstory, but allow me to say again that Steve was a great person and he deserves our deepest respects. Steve always said, an apple a day keeps the creepers away. He had always been looking out for others' selves. His strength was immeasurable, being able to withstand attacks from the Ender Dragon, surviving from any height with the help of a water bucket, and being able to lift multiple heavy objects at once for a total of 44,425,720 kilos. Truly, he was an amazing person. If there was one thing I liked about Steve, it was how he treated others. He would always help animals in the wild that were at risk of death find a sheltered home at his place. But his generosity didn't stop there. He helped villagers with loot he gathered on his journeys. I remember back in the day where Steve and I travelled to a swamp biome in search of witch's hut. It was dumb of us to try to steal mystery drinks from a lady living in the woods, but we were both growing up. Even after getting scolded by both our parents, respectively, he turned to me and said, "So, where to next?" It was just a silly, childish thing, but that was a memory I would never forget. During our time with Steve, he taught us very many valuable life lessons. He reminded us that no act of kindness was ever too small. Steve also stood for resilience and determination. He showed us that with perseverance, anything is possible. That legacy that Steve leaves behind is one of courage and bravery. Steve's actions have touched the lives of countless individuals, and his influence will continue to inspire generations to come. As we bid farewell to Minecraft Steve here today, let us remember him with love, admiration, and gratitude. He was not just a character in a game, but a symbol of hope, resilience, and kindness. Instead of dwelling on our sadness, let us focus on celebrating Steve's life, the impact he had on each of us. Let us carry his teachings and principles with us and strive to make the world a better place, just as he did. In our final farewell to Steve, I would like to share a heartfelt poem. In pixelated realms he stood tall, a hero among us, he gave it his all. Through darkened caves he bravely delved, his legacy forever held. With heart so pure, a spirit bright, Steve's compassion shown in every fight. From creepers to villagers, he lent a hand, leaving footprints across this pixelated land. Now, as we say goodbye, let us rejoice for the memories shared we will cherish and voice. In the virtual world, Steve will reside forever in our hearts. His spirit will glide. Farewell, dear friend, may your adventures continue in realms unknown, with skies so blue. We thank you, Steve, for the joy you brought, and lessons learned forever sought. Rest in peace, Minecraft Steve.